Good morning 8th class students. In previous class, I completed biodiversity and its conservation. In that, I explained about what is the need of biodiversity, why we have to protect the biodiversity, approaches towards the biodiversity, and disadvantages due to the loss of biodiversity. Okay, now I will explain about the keywords which present in 6th lesson biodiversity and its conservation. First of all, what is meant by biodiversity? Biodiversity means biological diversity. If you will observe in the nature, we can find out a great diversity in plants, animals and microorganisms. Do you know two organisms looks like same? We can find out so many variations in living organisms. Okay, that's why India has a rich source of biodiversity. That's why you people, everyone should protect the biodiversity. If you will protect the biodiversity, that protects you. Now, I will start the explaining of keywords. First one is biosphere reserve. What is meant by biosphere reserve? The place where we can find out huge number of plants and animals known as biosphere reserve, that is forest. Do you know forest is the natural habitat. Habitat means living place. It is a natural habitat for several plants and animals. Forest will give shelter to several plants and animals. That's why this is called biosphere reserve. There we can find out a huge number of plant population, huge number of animal population, huge number of microorganisms also we can find out in the forest. So, forest is the rich source of living organisms. So, we have to protect the forest. If you will protect the forest, the animals and plants live in the forest, present in the forest, live happily. Okay, next one is biodiversity. Biodiversity means biological diversity. A great diversity we can see in plants, animals and microorganisms which present in our earth. That is called biodiversity. Next one is endemic species. What is meant by endemic species? The plants or animals which belongs to particular place known as endemic species. If you will observe in our India, some plants and animals present throughout the area. But if you will observe in some animals or plants which belongs to particular area, such animals are called endemic species. Example, kiwi bird. We cannot find out kiwi birds in India. We can find out kiwi birds in New Zealand only. And also kangaroo is an animal which can found in Australia, not in India. So, kiwi bird in New Zealand and kangaroo Australia, they are called endemic species which belongs to particular area. Next one is flora. Flora means plants. Study of plants called botany. We can find out a rich species of plants in India. They may be useful for medicinal plants also. Next one is fauna. Fauna means animals. Study of animals called zoology. If you will observe, India has a rich source of animals also. Next one is deforestation. What you mean by deforestation? Deforestation means cutting of trees. Why we have to cut the trees? We cut the trees for different reasons. First one is for agriculture, for road expansion and for construction of buildings and dams, factories, industries. For all these reasons we are cutting the trees. Do you know deforestation leads to cause several disadvantages. what the disadvantages means. First one is deforestation. What are the disadvantages of deforestation? First one is deforestation, decrease rainfall. Okay, next one is increase soil erosion. What do you mean by soil erosion? Loss of topsoil is called soil erosion. This topsoil is very useful for plant growth. When we cut the trees, the holding capacity of soil by roots will be loose. That's why the soil will be eroded due to heavy winds or heavy rains. So the leads to cause soil erosion, and this also decrease underground water. Do you know, when plants are present, the roots have more soil binding capacity. No, this is helpful to protect the underground water. When we will cut the trees, the holding capacity of soil will be reduces. So the soil will be eroded due to heavy winds, and when soil is eroded, what will happen? The amount of underground water will be reduces due to evaporation, which leads to reduce the underground water level. So increase temperature. Temperature also will be increases. Increase temperature. So these are the disadvantages of deforestation. Do you know, some amount of carbon dioxide play an important role in the atmosphere. This is helpful to keep our earth warm. But if you cut the trees indiscriminately, the CO2 content in the atmosphere increases. When CO2 content increases, the warmness also increases. When warmness increases, this leads to cause global warming. Global warming. Global warming means increasing the temperature. Nowadays, people which live in India facing a problem called heavy temperature. If you will observe, this global warming leads to cause floods in some areas and a drought in some areas. All these are the disadvantages due to deforestation. That's why government will bring awareness among the people about the disadvantages of deforestation. Okay, this is helpful to prevent the cutting of trees. Do you know, we are cutting trees for paper also. Very, very important. When you will cut the trees, for example, for 1 ton paper, 17 trees will be cut down. For 1 ton paper, 17 trees will be cut down. So that leads to cause decreasing the number of plants day to day. So this helpful. This increase the temperature leads to cause global warming. Next one is endangered species. The animals or plants which ready to extinct are called endangered species. If you will observe some animals which present in our India vanished from the earth due to several reasons, that is deforestation, tsunami and forest fires, etc. The animals which disappear on the earth, which will not come back again, such animals are called extinct animals. Example, dinosaur. For example, if you will take some animals like tiger, lion, they are crows, birds like crows, sparrows, all these are ready to extinct. Such animals are called endangered species. The book which contains list of endangered species is known as Red Data Book. Red Data Book or Red List Book. The book which contains a list of endangered species is known as a Red Data Book or Red List Book. In this book we can find out what are the endangered animals and what are the endangered birds and what are the endangered plants. Okay, the list of endangered species which present in a book known as Red Data Book or Red List Book. So, endangered. condition. Some animals will be endangered condition. Now another keyword, that is extinct species. Eighth keyword, extinct species. Already I explained about endangered species. It is a warning signal to the animals which ready to extinct in the future, known as endangered animals. Extinct species means the animals which vanish from the earth, which cannot regenerate. Such animals are called extinct species. Example, dinosaurs, swan, etc. Such animals are called extinct species. Now, ninth one is red data book. Already I explained. Red data book. The book which contains a list of endangered species is known as red data book or red list book. India has a number of endangered animals, plants and birds also. Next one is national park. National park is a place it is allotted for to save several endangered species. That is called national park. It is a place which allotted to save several endangered species with no interference of human being. Here, human beings are not allowed in this place to protect the biodiversity. If human beings are entered, they means here animals, they thought that is a artificial habitat. If human beings are not allowed, they live comfortably and they thought that is their natural habitat. So that is called national park. Jim Corbett National Park, Nainital. So, example, national park is a place where endangered species will be protected with no interference of human being, is known as national park. Next one is sanctuary. Sanctuary is a place where we can find out animals, endangered species will be protected with little interference of human being. What is the major difference between natural park and sanctuary means? In both places, we can observe the endangered animals will be protected. But what is the major difference mean? Here in national park, we cannot find out any interference of animals. In sanctuary, we can find out little interference of human beings. So that is the major difference between national park and sanctuary. 12th one, migration. Do you know some birds migrate from one place to another place? Example, Siberian crane. Siberian crane migrate from Russia to India when winter starts in Russia. If you will observe in Russia, we can find out very cool temperature in winter, that is -degrees centigrade. In that place, the temperature will be noted up to -degrees centigrade. That's why they migrate from Russia to India when winter starts in Russia. What is the reason why they migrate from one place to another place means when some temperature is required for hatching of eggs. If you look in Russia, we can find out temperature will be very low. In this low temperature, eggs cannot be hatched. That's why they migrate from Russia to India near Kolleru Lake. Near Kolleru Lake, they build some nest near the trees of Kolleru Lakes and they lay eggs, and these eggs are hatched after completion of hatching. After completion of winter, when summer starts in India, again they migrate to Russia from India along with their chicks. So if you will observe in migration, the birds which live live in India affected with migratory birds. Why? Because why they suffer with that migratory birds means both migratory birds and the birds which live in our India has same food habits. No, that's why they compete with one another. Next one is invasive alien species. Invasive alien species means non-native species. In the next class, I will explain about invasive alien species and biodiversity topic once again. Thank you.